Hello, Kulkarni ji.
Sir.
How are you?
Hello, sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine, sir.
So there was a bit of delay because of my dinner and all.
No issues, sir. No issues.
So what about your studies and all? How it is going?
I have started studying for current affairs right now, sir. And I have also started writing practice.
Okay, great, 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 great.
Actually, I combined both in the way that I was trying to write current affairs in a longer format.
Okay, okay, good, good, good. That methodology actually I also convey to the people over here. When we are actually teaching them, I will be giving them the topics and nuggets from the larger topics itself. When I am recording the past year papers and I am going through the syllabus, so I will be giving them small things and I will be telling them to write them in 5-point, 7-point method. Okay. So I was going through your script. One script I just nominally saw. It was looking good only. I will be actually improving upon that. Okay. So this is a kind of note making strategy. Whatever your strategy is, I will be just changing it, reforming it, mending it, and then you will be having greater note making skill within limited space. Okay. So writing is not only for the sake of writing, but it should be like how succinctly or how with brevity. Brevity means the very less words and convey more. How we can do that. So I will be seeing. I will be checking your. I have downloaded your script just now. So we'll be talking about first about the wildfires, and I'm just sharing you the screen. Okay.
Sir.
This is your writing, right?
Right, sir. Right. Absolutely right.
So we'll be talking about it and we'll be improving it. See, so you have, I guess, read some of the links, right?
Sir.
Yeah. So this is wildfire, and you are talking about why it is in news. Okay. So let's start with your thinking first. Why in news? Europe is battling intense wildfire. Europe with countries like Spain, Greece, France struggling. Okay. What is wildfire? You have written about wildfire. Is an uncontrolled fire that burns in the wildland vegetation, often in rural areas. Okay, that you have written. Then we'll be going down. What causes wildfire? Okay, so cause you have written here. Cause you have written rising temperatures and sucks the moisture out of the plants and abundance of dry fuel. Dry wood will be there. Okay, okay. Latest wildfire. Europe has been hit by an early what is this fire season?
Fire season.
Okay, due to an unusually dry, hot spring that
left the soil parched.
Spring that leaves parched. Okay, got it. So, and after that you have written how
dangerous a wildfire is.
The wildfire is. Okay. So little bit will be like if I will be reading your 3-4 scripts, I will be decoding more and more. So there is no like legibility issue is not there. Legibility is legible only. Wildfire experts agree that they clear climate change, climate change and dryness and high heat
and early fire season.
Early fire season. Okay. Now we are talking about while fire versus direct.
Sir.
What is
direct risk to people's life and property.
Wildlife smoke, and particularly the concentration of PM.
Yes, sir. PM 2.5 for particulate matter smaller than 2.5 microns.
Right. So it is. Yeah. That is only PM 2.5, and can also attract the.
It can also affect the respiratory and cardiovascular systems.
Right. Sir. So area mostly affected by wildfire, Australia.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Australia, Russia, Spain, Portugal, Canada.
Yes.
Okay. So all those areas, IC areas are also engulfed in here, right? Now you see, your basic notes is okay. There is no issue about that. And you have written in this format that why news, what is wildfire, then what causes the cause you have written, latest
Sir.
wildfire you have written, how dangerous it is you have written, and then areas affected by wildfires you have written. Okay. So it is
Yes.
good only. It is no issues about the dimensionality. You have put out all the dimensions. Now, see
Sir.
how to enrich that and how to actually lessen that also. So for initial note maker, it will be only good thing so that you give this kind of direction. Why in news? But this is not needed later on. Okay, how you will be building up your own charisma later on, how to build a very succinct note, that now I am going to give you.
Sir.
Okay. So we
Yes.
are actually tackling the wildfire, and where it is, the space is zero. Okay. And now whatever the verbose things are, will be eliminating that. Why? Because we are
Sir.
making the notes, and notes should be so succinct that you get the only facts. What we are talking about, facts.
Sir.
And what we are talking about, figures. What we are
Sir.
talking about, reasons. And reasons means rationale for anything. Rationale for anything. And if we are aware about the rationale, if we are aware about the facts, factuals, which are unchangeable facts, then figures,
Sir.
and then data, data also, then quotations also,
Sir.
then any other valuable item, value additions.
Sir.
These things are actually taken to be into your notes for longer period. So the shelf life of fact, figure, reason, rationale, data, quotations, valuations will be more. So here we have to look at it, and then we have to succinctly derive the meaning out of it. So whatever you read, if you are not grasping it, read 2 times. Like even if you are reading the newspaper item, let's for
Sir.
that matter, if you are reading one item which is here is wildfire, but wildfire is not important. Wildfire is a natural phenomena happening in dry places, particularly the forests. And
Sir.
forest anywhere will have this kind of one season where the more dryness will be assumed. Okay. And those
Correct.
areas of earth where we have this equator 0 degree, then 23 half degree,
Sir.
these are called tropical areas. And after that we will be having these areas which are polar areas,
Regions.
or it is also called frigid zone. Frigid.
Yes.
But here in this zone, this will be frigid zone. Here in this zone, these zones are actually dry areas. Their vegetations will be thorny more. They will be like grasses more, and all those grasses will be like apt place for burning. Okay, the wildfires will be happening here. But what is the most important critical thing now is the phenomena has been happening now in polar frigid zone also, frigid zone also. That freeze zone is also having the wildfire. So
Okay.
that is the biggest problem here. Okay, and now that you need to actually understand. So whenever we are reading, we have to understand the content, the conscience of the content, conscience of content. You have to take out that heart, and you have to understand that heart, why it is different, what is the critical point, what is the
Sir.
critical message they are giving, critical point or critical message, and that will be apt for making notes. So notes is not only for writing practice. Writing practice should not happen in notes. Writing practice should happen in while you are taking the question paper on wildfire that discuss about the wildfires in frigid zones
Sir.
of polar areas. Then you will have to actually regain this kind of whatever experience you have taken from here, whatever knowledge you have taken from here. But while making note, your critical point and message should only come. Okay. So
Sir.
why in news should be not because that Europe is battling. The critical point is why Europe is battling now.
Oh,
So the Europe is beetling. So it is because of climate change only that you have later on written.
sir.
So climate change is reality now. And this reality is very grim reality now. What is reality? Grim reality.
Great.
Okay. And now the grim reality has what example? Why it is grim now? Now the polar areas and the frigid zones,
Sir.
which were earlier freezing because of the glaciation or glaciers more, there will be like, the ice rain will be there. Okay.
Sir.
Snowfall. But
Sir.
now what is happening? The wildfire is happening. Why? Because dryness is more. So this dryness is becoming, you have written also.
Yes.
So this is a kind of ajuba, what you call in Hindi. This is a
Sir.
kind of wonder that is happening. And now people are understanding that why Earth is becoming so hot. It is becoming hot because in 1750s itself, Europe is the place which started with anthropogenicity.
Sir.
Anthropogenicity. And this is called now, in Earth history, it is called now Anthropocene. Anthropocene.
See.
So there were several ages on Earth historically. But
Sir.
Anthropocene is the age where humans are changing the environment.
Sir.
Earlier, humans were not able to change atmosphere or environment in that capacity. But what
Sir.
happened in 1750s is UK started with its United Nations, or the biggest colonial power on earth, started colonialization process. And they
Correct.
started with industrial revolution. You must have heard about it.
Yes, sir.
This industrial process actually burnt down so many tons and tons, barrels and barrels of fossil fuel and this coal. And that actually created what? CO2,
Okay.
carbon dioxide. And from then, now, how many years? Around 300 years. Around 300 years from now, from then, our Earth temperature has gone by several notches up.
Correct.
Because this Anthropocene is called because of that only. This industrial revolution of great kind where anthropogenic changes are happening. What is anthropology? Anthropology is related to human history, human chronology.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a wonder. Now, what you sow that you reap. Now you have sown, but whole world is reaping.
Correct, sir.
Now India wants to pick up its development because it is developing. China wants to pick up because it was developing. Now
Correct, sir.
their time has come. Now they don't want us to pick up. They want that we should not have coal as the basic material of our fuel. So they are talking about SDG goals. SDG goals, if you will be going, their goal number, particularly goal number 5 is equality, gender equality, right? 6 is related to, after gender equality, 6 is related to, cleanliness and sanitation. 7th is related to, the goal number 7th is related to this clean energy and affordable energy. Okay. Clean and affordable energy that you can check on, internet. SDG goal number 7 is related to clean and affordable energy. So now they are putting emphasis on through the climate, climate pact, Paris Pact it is called. Paris Pact. This event happened, 6-7 years back. Now they are putting the bar on the, the rising powers. And they are telling that we have to actually put it on 2 degrees C from 1750s, maximum 2 degrees C. And the initial target is 1.5 to 2 degrees C. Maximum temperature will be putting the bar on that only. And this temperature, increase of 2 degrees C temperature will be having a disaster. More than that will be having disastrous. Disastrous thing will be what? The low-lying countries, that is called least developed countries, will be going inside the water because the ice will be broken up by that melting phenomenon. So this phenomena is very important, and now the developing countries will be like looking at them how to actually mitigate this thing. So they will be asking for funds to mitigate. Like if I will have to put my gas economy, no carbon economy, carbon neutral economy, carbon negative economy. These are the words which are coming up. So we need resources for that. We cannot only see or talk that no, earth is burning and all those things, because you have done that. This is what it is called historic. It is called CBDR-RC principle. This is like historic responsibility with respective capacity. Okay, combined with differentiated responsibility with respective capacity. This conception has come up because Asians and those powers who are actually developing in after their colonial powers, they ejected and they were started rising in Asia and Africa, including China also started late. So they are talking about this principle. This is equitable principle. This is a justice principle in the environmental phenomena. So they are telling that you cannot let me not develop, because our developmental peak will come in either 2035 or till 2050. Okay. So we should burn the coal also. We should burn those things also which will be creating CO2. We don't care. And if you don't want us to burn, if you are very fearful that all your ice will be melted down, you cannot eat the ice cream for that matter, then you have to actually pay. That is CBDR-RC. So that is inside this whole phenomena. Okay. So wildfire, why wildfire? If wildfire is becoming, it is because of climate change and the global warming phenomena more.
Correct.
And now warming is going up to their head also. We cannot only burn, the whole world will burn, because you started burning coal first. You started developing first, and you developed also, you enjoyed also for 250 years altogether, more than that. Now you are blaming us. So you will be having this story in mind. And what is the need? If you have to have this much of connectivity, you need to continuously read every day. You have to read the newspaper, right?
Okay, sir.
So that is the prime necessity. But how to make the notes? Wildfire. Why in news you don't have to write? You need to write like this, context. That's it, context. This is everything. Why in news and everything. The context you will write, and you will write that Europe is intense wildfire. Europe, intense wildfire. Do away with the grammar portion. And now you will be, example will be Spain, Greece, and France. Example will be only this: Spain, Greece, and France. You will be writing example or e.g. Or for example, you will be writing Spain, Greece, and France. Only three words is here. In one line it can be written.
Correct.
Now move to the second one. Wildfire. You don't have to write these things. You need to write either like this definition, or you can eliminate this thing, because you can write in double inverted comma, so that you can understand that this is a definition. The what element or why element also. A wildfire is an uncontrolled fire, burning wildland vegetation, rural.
Sir.
So what you are seeing here, I'm just making a mind map. We can write like this also: wildfire, uncontrolled. Even not writing the fire will do. Uncontrolled plus wild vegetation, because vegetation will be on land only. Wild vegetation burning, especially rural. So in one line you have again written, because my pen is that much thick. That's why. But in one line it can be written.
Correct.
Done. Then that is like second line of your. Then what causes? So cause, only cause you will write.
Yes.
Rising temperature sucks moisture. This is good.
Sir.
Out of plants. This is also good. Dry fuel.
Yes.
We'll be writing like this: more dry fuel. Dry fuel ups like this.
Yes.
More dryness, more dry fuel, and more wildfire.
White fire.
So you will be just writing like an equation.
Sir.
Humanity is also an equation if you are going to the rationality of
Correct, sir.
or the reason for it. So this is the third line you are having.
Yes.
Then you are having now third line or fourth line. This is one line, two line, three line. Okay.
Yes.
Now latest wildfire. So you have already written that. So how can, why you are not combining with the first line? Europe has hit by the early fire season. So
I
you
should
take
have.
there only. Hot spring.
Sir.
Soil parched you can write, but not more than that.
Sir.
So unnecessary grammar, unnecessary things, verbose things will be not having any use. So you early fire season, hot spring and soil is parched. That's, so it is kind of like what we see is drought here.
Right.
But drought phenomena is happening there because rain is not there, obviously.
Yes, sir.
So you can write like that. And those areas are actually what? The ice desert, actually. Cold desert.
Correct, sir. Yes,
cold desert. So you can write here only early fire and all. Here only it can be written. Okay, embedded. You try it. You can embed that only.
Yes.
Then how many lines? 3 lines only. Okay.
Sure, sir.
That much only. 1, 2, 3 lines. And you have added that much to the first one. Because nothing new is there, only early fire season and hot spring soil parts you have to write. That most, but I will not also write that if I have to make the note. Okay. Now, dangerous. What? Whether dangerous? How dangerous? That comes under that only. Dangerous what? Okay? Sir. So experts, you don't have to write. You are expert now.
Oh, yes.
Congratulations. You are an expert now. They see clear climate change. You will let dryness because of climate change. Because now you know. This is about knowing by yourself. Not proving every time. If you have to write expert name, then write expert name. Otherwise, don't write that some expert is telling. No. You are the expert. First person. Sir. Always have first person attitude. I will ask you, what is malaria? You will not tell me, according to some expert, malaria is this. It is written by then that things. Huh? You will not do. What is colors are? You will be telling according to some expert. No. According to WHO, no. See, when you are coming to write that the particular definition, food security, you will write according to FAO, food security is this. That is another approach. Sir. But first person attitude will be always doing with these kind of matter where definitiveness is not there, but you know exactly what is happening. So why dangerous? Because climate change phenomena is signatures. So signaling. Sir. The dryness, high heat and early fire season. Again, nothing is there. Yes, sir. Dangerous because climate change is impacting Europe also. That's it. Yes. Isn't it? You have written this dryness, early fire season, you are repeating that. Huh? Sir. So climate change phenomena is invading to Europe also, which was earlier not the case because they were thinking we have ice. So we told them now burn the ice and have take the maja out of it. Sir. While fire poses a direct risk to, so see, while these are journalistic kind of writing. Yes, sir. Journalistic. Yes, sir. Writing. But what we have to write? Quite specific. Generalistic kind of writing. Sir. Generalistic because we want to become administrator. If we are going to talk to people and will be talking like this, they will be fleeing away. कुछ तो करना है, गोबर उठाना मेरे को घर पे या मेरे को काम करना है यार, तो बिल्कुल पका रहे हो यार, तो सीधी बात नहीं कर रहे हो. ये generalistic. So simply tell na what is happening. Why to do this direct risk or indirect risk? So you can kill not only people, risk to life and property. What kind of life? Any life? Animal and human also. Humans also. Yes. Necessarily you have to point out. You don't have to point out in notes. Life and limb, property. Sir. Smoke. Wildfire only is creating smoke. So what is wildfire smoke? Smoke only.
Yes,
And
sir.
particularly the concentration. Why particularly? Why
Sir.
to write this much? And then again you tell this is 2.5 micron.
Sir.
Later on you will know why you are writing that, because you are unsure that the person who is checking that will be knowing or not. No, this is a very small thing in the conception of environment. 2.5. So particular matter 2.5 micron, 5 micron, 10 micron, 1 micron. That kind of matters will be there. The smoke, and that will be creating PM 2.5. Also attract the respiratory and cardiovascular diseases.
System. Yes.
Diseases will be happening. Smoke is creating respiratory and cardiovascular problems, issues, diseases. Simple. It is also seen in what? Village areas. The ladies will be having that problem because they will be like,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That will be there. So that's why this Ujjwala scheme came, right? This is a very great scheme of government of India. So ladies in villages also now are not burning the wild, that wild vegetation and all those things. Now they are having. So this is a great scheme for women empowerment. Okay. So life, property, smoke, PM 2.5, respiratory and cardiovascular. Do you think any other thing here?
Correct.
Thing is there. So your crux and your fact is this much only. So how many line? Only one line will be there?
One line. Definitely.
Even here, that much line also gone. Only climate is a phenomena. You have to understand that. Area is mostly affected by wildfire. Areas affected, you can mostly write. Nothing more than that you need to write. Areas affected. So you don't have to answer in all those things. Nothing is written. Areas affected is Australia, Canada, Russia, Spain, and Portugal. And you are writing that Spain is repeated from ever. Portugal, you had not written there. Canada, you have not written there. Australia, Russia, you had not written there. So what you will be writing again? The combination aspect is very much important. People take years to do that. And in UPSC, categorization is everything. If you can categorize well, you can write well. You cannot have repetitions. So you are rating Spain, Greece, and France. I was knowing that. I was remembering Spain. So including Spain, you can write this much also. Australia, other than Europe also. Portugal is Europe.
Yes, sir.
And this is North America. Australia is Australian continent. Russia is Eurasia. So you can write in Eurasia, you can write Russia. So 1-2 more example from here. How many pages will be taking? Half pages?
Yes, sir. Maximum 1 or half A4 size.
Half pages.
Yes,
A4 sheet, half pages you can write.
Yes.
Now I will tell you how, like, so you just count the words. Wildfire, Europe,
2,
Spain, Greece, and France.
5.
And come to here. This one. So wildfire,
7.
uncontrolled fire,
8, 9.
vegetation burning,
10,
rural.
11, 12.
Okay. Now come to this causes. You write, count the causes.
13.
Sucks moisture out of plants.
16, 17. Yes, sir.
The dry fuel. Content.
Yes, sir.
Then you come here. Latest.
Yes, sir.
So we will be writing that only in the first part, but you can't here. Early fire season.
22.
Hot spring. Soil parched.
26.
On that all.
Sir.
Content. Now come to this. Dangerous what? Count 1. And then climate change. Done?
Yes, sir.
Then come to this. Count.
33. 34.
Count it.
Yes, sir.
Then come to next.
Sir. 37, 38, 39, 40.
Total
40 words. 40 words, sir.
40 words.
Yes.
But,
half A4 size page.
Okay. Now you count your own word from here. Very fast you count. Like in one line, what is there you count? The counting method I am telling you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On an average 6. Now
6.
count the lines. 3 lines.
1, 2, 3, 4,
6
5,
lines.
6, 7,
9,
8, 10,
11, 12, 13,
13.
14 lines. Means 2 lines I left.
Yes, sir.
16,
14.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27 around,
Yeah.
27
Yes.
around lines. So 27 into 6. How many
Yes, sir.
onwards?
25 into 6, 150 plus 162. Yes.
And what you have written? You see the difference.
Yes, sir.
Burden is less or more? More
Definitely less.
revision will be here or here? Revision
40
will
words.
be more.
40 words
Concept
will be.
retention will be more.
Yes, sir.
And even if you write in 40 words, because you are an initial guy, I'm telling you, what
Sir.
I will take away from here as a graduated student in UPSC will be
Sir.
how many words?
40.
10 words.
10 words.
What are, yeah, 10 words only. What is that? Only examples. Because we
Sir.
know climate change is reality everywhere. I'm
Correct,
writing
sir.
the note from here, crux. This is
Sir.
called crux note. I will be teaching you in the classes also. Climate
Sir.
change is reality. Also now in Europe.
Sir.
Example.
Sir.
Example.
Yes,
Continental Europe. Because I know continental Europe, what is that? Spain,
yes.
Greece, France, and all those things.
Yes.
And plus Russia,
Yes.
Australia.
Australia.
And we already know that in Australia there was a wildfire last year, last to last
Yes,
year.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we know that. So even I
Yes.
will be not writing that. I will be having this update only. So is it more than 10 words?
Yes.
Now tell me what is left? Nothing is left because I know if fire is there, smoke will be there. A smoke
Correct.
will be creating some health issues, respiratory and cardiovascular, not new for
Right.
me. And
Right.
then what more? Nothing is there actually. Nothing I can
Yes,
say
sir.
which is very, very new or something like that. So
Sir.
only one more thing I'll be writing. It will be creating PM 2.5 to PM10 material also, PM1 also.
Sir.
So fine to coarse material.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So we can write that as one PM 2.5 produced, nothing more than that. Nothing
Correct.
else. That is
Yes.
called crux note. Now even that 10 thing will be like more. So what I will be remembering for exam, actual exam,
Sir.
wildfire in Europe
Europe.
is equal to climate change.
Sir.
Nothing else.
Correct, sir.
Europe name, I will be like having that names, no, readily. There is nothing. See, if France, Greece, and Spain is there, Portugal can be there, nearby areas.
Yes.
Turkey can be there, like in European front, they are like merging Asia and Eurasia,
Yes.
Europe and Asia. If Canada is there, America is haphazardly, impacting from wildfires. Why not Russia? That is also coming into those zones, no?
Correct.
So more common sense. Graduated from your own stance of 10th grade, 12th grade, graduation, and having less of doubt and more of confidence.
Sir.
Why people are failing in UPSC is because of maturity is lacking. So we don't need boys or girls or guys or girls. We need men's and women's.
Sir.
That we need. That's why common sense will be there, and that's why reading the news is very necessary. And putting that into institutional memory.
Sir.
So you can have hundreds of articles that can you read within minutes altogether. Now you have taken this. I have shared that also, wildfire article from Indian Express and all.
Yes.
So wildfire in Europe. How I will be making directly and writing that much only in my notepad, I will be telling. Why?
Yes.
This is the article, right?
Yes.
Are you seeing that? So now you will be seeing. Now you are seeing
Yes.
that?
Yes, sir, I can see.
Yeah. See here, Europe. Explain why are wildfire intensifying? We are seeing that intensifying wildfire in Europe. Huh? Rising temperatures suck moisture out of
Yes,
plants.
sir.
Abundance of dry fuel. Drought. I told you drought is common sense. I had not read this
Yes, sir.
article from here. I have shared 1-2 article. I have seen them, but I already know that is another matter. Dead grass, forest fuel fire, start sweeping through the patch. So same thing. Sucking the moisture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Correct.
lines, right? From here. Now, I will be writing
Yes.
that much only, not the whole line. Huh? And believing in myself that I can have that. So, right, Gironde region.
Sir.
Now, this is your prelims material. They can ask you
Sir.
near Landiras. So what they can ask you, Landiras is a place, and Gironde region. So they will be asking you question
Sir.
to match that where it is. They can write a Spain. It looks like a Spain, so you will be putting Spain.
Yes, sir.
It will be wrong only.
Sir.
Because it is
Correct, sir.
France area. So what is your takeaway here as a as a prelims material? Landiras is France, Gironde region is France. Okay, Bordeaux region is France. Okay, nothing more is here. Okay, strong winds.
Sir,
So
how will
Mhm.
get to this mentality of thinking like that? This will be a point for prelims or mains.
This is because I was like searching for it for years altogether. I was passing years 5 times continuously, cracking the prelims, several prelims, not only one, around 20 kind of prelims.
Sir.
And passing finally in some of them, leaving them, Junet JRF, all those things. So see,
Sir.
practice makes a man perfect. You will be going to that region. But if I am giving you guidance from starting only,
Sir.
whether your attitude will be changing into 1 month, 2 months, 3 months or not, or whether you will be taking for 4 years or 5 years like me.
Sir.
Because market was helping me. So guidance will be creating that kind of structure. So this kind of things will be coming through my practice material called a scheming method.
Sir.
Scheming method. I will be taking that type of hundreds of material on a screen and gradually letting you do the work on a screen itself so that you cannot fly away from the struggle zone. But when you are writing or reading by your own, you can fly away. You can go for coffee, you can go for any kind of thing, right?
Definitely.
So skimming method. So this is one of the method, but there are hundreds of methods. But we have implied during our preparation journey because it is very grueling kind of preparation for sure. So here you see here, you have written this example only, right? Greece, Spain, France.
Correct.
Then you are seeing this scorching heat and searching like searing heat waves, all these journalistic language. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Now spark and all those things, we know that again, recklessness of local population. So that these are the main pointers actually. Recklessness of local population, lightning. Lightning will be happening and this dry vegetation will be catching fire from that electricity, which is coming from sky. That is main matter. You have left that. Okay. Yes. Other things are very easy only because drought will be obviously there because these are areas of, areas of desert areas of ice.
Yes, sir. Less water is available. Yes.
So Gironde region again, they have written, so they are actually taking the pictures. California and US, it is earlier happened. So you can take the example of US, California. Then you don't have anything here. Less than usual temperature, obviously that will be there, dryness, high heat and all. So they are like writing Portugal. What happens in Portugal? So that is going to 47 degrees. That is not fact for remembering because in UPSC these kind of facts will be not there. What if the Portugal temperature changes to 40 degree next day or even minus 10 degree next day by snowfall and all? That is none of our matter. This is not fact. What is fact? Everybody will be asking you to actually jot down the fact. But have you ever heard that what is fact itself? Have you sat together and asked yourself what is fact? Fact are those pointers, those lines or those reasons unchangeable
Oh, yes.
in near time.
Yeah.
So if it is not changing exactly or instantly, it is a fact. So there is fact that rising temperature of Europe, now it has become the fact.
Yes.
It will not change in near future. Climate change is a fact itself. Okay. Delhi got recently 50 degree and more than that. That is a fact. That will not change. But fact will be much more than that, like specific facts like Article 243 is related to local self-government in villages, Panchayati Raj institution. And Article 243A will be talking about what? Gram Sabha. So these are fact. It is unchangeable in near time. If they are not changing the constitution itself, Constitutional Amendment Act, fact will be remaining.
Yes.
Now, the second thing is data. Data is what? Numbers. Number scheme. Whatever is there, like 500 people dead. But that is not matter of UPSC preparation again. You will be actually having data for like 65% of people in India are under 35 years of age.
Correct.
This is what? Data. Data. But written in a factual manner.
Sir.
It will be not changeable in near term, like instantly it cannot be having that much of demographic changes.
Correct.
So you are seeing here firefighters and all those things, Portugal and all. So these are like, it is called in Hindi, Bokwas. Dictionary. Spain, you see here, Spain, you cannot find anything. Again,
yes,
5 degree or something. France, again example only, Gironde the region. You are seeing that, already written that. Then you have Andre Fernandez. This is the commander. Urge people to take care, ignite new fires. Do not ignite one dry condition or new fires. That can catch, you have repercussions. Greece. No. So what is that? What you have to read here. And Raithmenu on the island of Crete.
Crete. Yes, sir.
This is a place. This is island Crete, where it is Greece.
Yes.
It's rhyming actually. Island Crete, Raithmenu in where? Greece.
Greece, yes.
United Kingdom, extreme heat. Nothing to write. You will be writing this much only.
Yes.
And coming to again here, inhaling wildlife smoke, so PM 2.5 that you have written. And written exactly in the journalistic language, because you know PM means particulate matter.
Yes.
Respiratory and cardiovascular.
Yes.
Flare up and all those things. New approach to deal with the situation. How to deal?
Yes.
So United Nations Environment Program, very important thing. And here only we have treaty, UNFCCC, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. And here only we have done the Paris Pact. And India is signatory of Paris Pact, India. And France was the major country which actually talked about that. Now you are seeing the France, why they are focusing France? Because Paris Pact is because Paris conference happened, Paris Pact happened, and India and France was the main contender there.
Yes.
Okay, now nothing is there. Greenhouse gases, GHGs, emission. I talked about CO2. That is the main phenomena behind climate change.
Sir.
Okay, that can escalate wildfire. Strengthening fire fighting capability is one of the challenges of urban local government there also. And we can learn from there. Okay, so that is the way out actually. Putting emphasis on climate change related action, that is called climate action, which is SDG goal number 13. Right. So that kind of thing. How to remember SDGs?
I haven't read about this, sir. Actually, I just know that
there are. You want to do exercise, 5-minute exercise?
Surely, sir.
See, I will